Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on Arrow Season 7. So Arrow last season ended with our favourite Emerald Archer, that being Oliver Queen of course, being locked up in Slabside for his role as the Green Arrow and just like the Vigilante in Star City in general. So that left us with a few questions going into Season 7 around the roles and just general whereabouts of certain characters. So we know that Oliver will obviously be locked up in Slabside when we pick up in Season 7. Digger will most likely still be doing his thing with Argus. Dinah is still at SCPD, and Renee seems to be doing like undercover stuff or something like that. It's sort of hard to tell. But one character that there is still a fairly big question mark or just, uncertainty around is that of Felicity Smoak. So in the trailer that we got from Comic-Con for Arrow Season 7, we do get a shot of both William and Felicity in a forest or park of some sort, where it seems that Ricardo Diaz is after them and, well, looking to assassinate them and just, well, kill them. So many think that this is what Ricardo Diaz is doing when we first pick up with him in Season 7. He's just on a path of, like, revenge and vengeance and just angriness and just going after those that are close to Oliver. However, like I have mentioned in some other videos after Comic-Con, I believe that this scene with Felicity and William on the run from Diaz in the trailer is actually a nightmare or like vision type of thing that Oliver is having in prison. As we do see Oliver with that picture of Felicity and William in his prison cell, so they could be on his mind, or they would be on his mind whenever he would be going to sleep at night, or when he was just, not doing anything, which would lead to some fears around their safety on the outside world without him there to protect them. So if this is a nightmare, then what is actually going on with Felicity Smoak in Season 7 of Arrow? Because if you take away those shots from the trailer, where it will most likely be Oliver's nightmare, then there is actually no Felicity in the trailer, or William either. Well, this is what is most likely going down with her, and we are getting these from set photos. So this is a slight spoiler for those that do care, so if you don't want to really know what is going on with Felicity Smoak in this season, thanks to these set photos, then, well, click off the video now. But here we go. So as you can see here, this is Emily Bett Rickards who plays Felicity Smoak. And yes, I know these are from fairly far away, but you can see it's her, and it was confirmed that it was her on the set of Arrow. And you can see that she is in like a coffee shop or something like that, but something is a bit different with her. What is going on with Felicity's hair? Well, let's jump into that right now. So in these set photos, it looks like Felicity is bussing tables and is just a waitress at this establishment. Whether it is like a cafe or something like that's just for us to find out later, even though I don't think anyone would really care specifically about that, to be honest. But what is the most intriguing and most like noticeable thing about these set photos is of course that her hair is, well, partly and like slightly pink. Not looking like our normal Felicity. If anything, she is looking more like a possible flashback Felicity at some point in her life, where this story for the season, at least in regards to her, could be taking us. Maybe a point when she was, well, younger is somewhat relevant to what is going on this season, but I don't really think that is the case at all. What is most likely going on here with Felicity is that she is actually under a form of witness protection. And you might be wondering, why the hell would they put her under witness protection? Why would anyone, come after her now that Oliver is locked up and she isn't working with the Green Arrow anymore? Well, that is exactly why. Oliver was outed as Green Arrow publicly. Everyone now knows who was the Green Arrow this entire time, and that includes the various criminals that were either personally stopped and beaten to a pulp by him, or just criminals whose businesses and like possibly their livelihoods were ruined by the Green Arrow's activities. And what is also public out there? Well, the fact that Felicity Smoak is Oliver's wife. That ain't a secret. So saying that Oliver is locked up in prison, they can try and attack him from the inside, but I don't know how well that is going to turn out for those hitmen in there. But the next plausible thing would be to target his wife and child. So the government, being somewhat smart, has done the logical thing and put Felicity and William under witness protection. Move them away from Star City, most likely, and given them new identities and new lifestyles, which would most likely include Felicity having a new job as, well, a waitress or whatever she is doing here in these set photos. Now, as I said, she has most likely moved cities because it'd be weird to put her under witness protection but then keep her in Star City. But just to think about that more for a second, am I the only one hoping that she was moved to Gotham City? Just so there is some like early crossover set up in this season of Arrow. Maybe I'm just hoping for too much, but I think that would be a smart move personally. But anyway, due to this, Oliver may be having like little to no contact with his wife and son directly, which could be making things much worse for him while he's locked up. But I guess if he knows they're safe, then that could be added security. But it will be interesting to see how Felicity is brought back into the fold of everything going on this season, if she is so disconnected when we kick off. But we do actually have a tease from episode 3 of this season, which could be setting up Felicity's return to Star City for the season. or at least her assisting with whatever is going on, there when we kick off Arrow Season 7. So this is coming from Sidel Knowles' Instagram. Now, she is the actress who plays FBI agent Samandra Watson, who of course we saw a decent amount last season, who I said in my most recent Arrow video before this one would be returning this season. Now, I think she will be visiting, or at least speaking to Oliver early on this season while he is in prison. I think that makes sense. But this dialogue that was teased by Sidel is actually between both Samandra Watson and Felicity Smoak. So this is what was said in that dialogue tease. So we have Felicity, haven't done legally in a long time, with Watson replying, due process, and then Felicity saying, I prefer eventually catching. So in regards to this, for those wondering what due process means, it is essentially just everything done like fairly through court with like a jury and all of that. But I think all of this is actually in regards to Ricardo Diaz. Like, he would be the main reason why Felicity is under witness protection. Even if he wasn't around, I'm sure she would still be under that protection. However, I think we can all agree that he is like the main threat around her safety. So what this scene looks like it could be is that Agent Samandra Watson is just like giving her an update and just checking in maybe as to what's going on with him, any leads or anything like that. Because if Diaz were to, get a sniff as to where Felicity was, then they would have to move her and William again to another area, and then they would have to start up all over again. I did see some people saying that this could be due to that copycat Archer that is in the trailer for Season 7, so, Watson approaching Felicity, maybe getting some info. But I don't think that will be a part of it. I would actually just prefer if it was just around Diaz, as I personally think it makes more sense if he is the reason, or at least one of the major reasons behind Agent Watson's visit, might I say. But he could come into the conversation if the copycat Archer is still a mystery at that point in time. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comments section down below. Do you think Felicity's under witness protection? I think it's the most plausible thing. I think it makes sense going off the set photos and just what's going on this season. But if you disagree and have another theory, let me know in the comments. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.